In SEL this morning, we're going to continue learning from Mojo and thinking about positive self-talk. So today we're going to begin with a video. We have been watching his videos all week. We know that he tripped and fell into the table, and then the ice cream and snacks went everywhere, and he started to tell himself negative self-talk. And that self-talk started to really bother him. It started to make him feel worse. He started to make up a whole story that was fake. It was fiction. And we called that the story snake. His bad story started to control him, and he didn't know what to do. So now today we're going to think about what to do if your story snake, if your bad story is controlling you. How do you change that? What can you do to start using positive self-talk? So let's watch and listen to see what they're going to do.
Mojo's stories had gotten out of control at field day. They were about to eat him for breakfast, but then... Who are you?
I'm Mongoose Man.
Does that mean you're half mongoose and half man?
No time for chit-chat, kid. We got a story snake to deal with.
You can fight the snake? How?
Remember your story, Mojo?
Yeah, I said spilling the ice creams would make everyone hate me.
How'd you feel when you told that story?
Pretty bad. I don't want to have no friends and be a jobless biker rebel.
Then change it, Mojo. Change it into a better story. When I was young, I lost my parents in a mall. Didn't know where they were. First, I imagined I'd have to live alone in the mall forever. It felt pretty bad to think about that. But then, I imagined that losing my parents made me harder, determined to fight injustice, and also snakes. And I became the Mongoose Man.
That's great, but what do I do against my snake?
Just think of a story that'll make you feel good when you hear it. Just start by saying, what if?
What if the melted ice cream seeps into the grass and then it grows into ice cream plants?
You gotta believe it could really happen and still make you feel good.
Well, what if no one saw because they were too busy with other things? Maybe someone in class doesn't like ice cream and they don't even care.
If I've learned one thing about story snakes, it's that when you get down to it, they're just full of hot air.
And maybe my friends don't care no matter what I did, because my friends always stand by me.
Okay, my little mongoose. Dinner time.
Not now, Mom. I'm Mongoose Man.
He's the hero we deserve. But what I really need right now is some food. And, as if on cue, Mojo and Katie heard the familiar voice of the teacher. Hey everyone, guess what I found? She'd found a box of ice pops. And there were plenty to go round. Soon, no one even remembered that Mojo had spilled the ice creams. What kinds of positive stories have you told yourself lately? Do you think they can really overcome your negative stories? And what positive story could you tell about the rest of your day right now?
That was a great ending to Mojo's story. I noticed that when he was talking to Mongoose Man told him to start with the words, what if? So he thought, what if the ice cream melted and it planted ice cream plants in the ground? One thing I remember is that Mongoose Man said, no, you have to actually believe it. It has to be something that you think is true. So when we tell ourselves a negative, bad story, it doesn't help us to just make up a silly story. That's not what we're talking about. Instead, Mongoose Man told him, you have to believe some good things, and that will take away your bad story. So we're going to think about those good, positive things that Mojo started to believe. He started to say things like, what if my friends were actually busy playing and they didn't even see me trip? That could have happened. Mojo's not really sure what happened. So today, boys and girls, we're going to look at the type of stories we tell ourselves. We're going to think about how we can start believing and telling ourselves a good story that makes us feel better. You may join me on Seesaw. You may click on Activities, Assign to Class folder, and we are in our light blue SEL folder. Our task will be the top task. It's called Positive Thinking, Choosing a Better Story. Let's go ahead and open that together. Slide number 1 asks you a question so that you can think about our self-talk. Slide number 1 says, why is the phrase, what if, so powerful in this situation? Why do you think Mongoose Man wanted Mojo to use the words, what if? I want you to think about your opinion. You may type a response, or you may use the microphone and record a response. Why is the phrase, what if, so powerful in this situation?
So I put, because it helps you think that the sentence can make sense and that it is important to think about good things.
So the words what if, they help you think about something else. I saw lots of friends on their screen mentioned you need to think about good things. So when we're in a negative self-talk situation and we're telling ourselves bad things, when you say the words, what if, it helps you change what you're thinking. It helps you think about something else that might make sense. Kaylee, you wanted to share. Go ahead, Kaylee.
I put, because I think the snake was scared of what if, the word what if.
So you could think about your bad story snake that's in your mind. It's scared. It's scared of those powerful words. As soon as you start to say, what if, that snake is going to start getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Haley, what would you like to share?
That I put this. What if everyone that thought that it was an accident and didn't really like ice cream?
Oh, so Haley gave an example of a positive self-talk that Mojo could say to himself. What if everybody thought it was an accident and nobody really likes ice cream, right? That's something that's believable. It's something that could be true. It's something that's good. It's something that makes me feel better about the situation. Great job on slide number 1, and thank you to everybody who shared out, making our lesson even greater. On slide 2, it's going to ask about your experiences. Slide 2 asks you to think about your positive stories. What positive stories have you told yourself lately? Focusing on positive self-talk. Think about this week. Think about over winter break. Give an example of a positive self-talk story you told yourself. You may type your response or record using the microphone. You have 2 minutes to work on a positive story that you told yourself. Slide 3 is all about your day today, right now. What positive story can you tell about the rest of your day right now? If you're like me, you're feeling pretty sleepy this morning, I want you to think about a positive thing you can say to yourself right now so that you feel ready for the rest of your day. Think of a positive self-talk and type it or record yourself speaking it to yourself right now. Okay, let's please wrap up our slide 3. When you are done with slide 3, you may turn it in using the green check to show that you have completed your social emotional learning today.